windstorm out here. This is just now starting to clear up from all the rain we had. It was really high over the last several days. Nice that it's not chin clear, but it's got enough color to it that you're not spooking stuff, but it's still really high and fast. Nice fish. This one is going home for the smoker. This one's a little better fish here. Yep, that's a big rainbow. Good fish right there. There he is. Pretty fish. I believe the water's actually starting to drop a little bit. Finally. Really like to get one more here. That on film, but this is a nice fish here. It's a pretty one there. Well, I didn't do too good documenting it here, but I just caught 3 more. One of them I bobbled while I was trying to get him on the stringer and lost him, but I got 2. I got 2 caught here. I'll show you. 1 brook trout, 1 rainbow. And we're going to try to add a couple more here before it's over. I got maybe an hour, probably not quite that much left to fish here. The water's still up pretty high, but it's starting to clear up a little bit. It's not near as murky as it was the other day. This is about, for clarity, this is about perfect. A little bit of green to it, so it's not so easy to spook them. but you can see a little bit at the same time. I don't like it when it's dark enough you can't see where the rocks and stuff are. There's one. That's a nice rainbow. I'll make that 3. Those little bitty trebles are sharp too. The other thing that I've been doing, put that stringer through the bottom lip instead of through the gill, because I do like to keep them alive if I can. I don't know that it matters for the taste, but for the to keep their color a lot better. I just like to take them home when my wife sees them. I like to show her the colors on them and such. This is a nice little run, and it's hard because there's this high wall over here, so it's a little harder to get into. You either have to wade down through here, or you have to come in from the top. The road's right there. I mean, I'm right on top of the road, but it's not as easy to access as some of the other spots, and it's really deep too. So fish get in here, and I catch them here through the summer and everything. But it's about 8 feet deep out in the middle, and there's a bunch of big boulders kind of strewn around it. So it's one of those little hidden gems, I guess, that you can always get to and catch a few. When the water's low, it pools a little bit up top. There's 3 pools in a row coming down here, and then this one where that white water is over there. Oops, that was a good hit. Where that white water is over there is another nice one to fish, especially in the summer, because it's always churning oxygen, so they lay up in there. It's a nice spot for smallmouths too in the summer. Yeah, there's one. Had a bit of a dry spell there. Oh, there he goes. Come right up out of the water. Boy, this guy's not really wearing out. That's a beauty. That's a beauty. Nice rainbow. These things smoked are just delicious. Let's have a look here. Nice fish. Maybe 13, 14 inches, something like that, probably 14. 7's legal in the state of Virginia. So the hatcheries have figured out how to grow fish quicker and more efficiently, apparently, because the last few years here especially, but really, I mean, I came into Virginia in 2001, and I would say the average hatchery fish was 10 or 11 inches then. So still, not a bad fish, but my goodness, the fish that they're stocking now, and like this one here, I mean, that's a good size. It's a good size little rainbow. They're fun to catch, and again, it's $23 for a fishing license, and a trout stamp I think is another 22 or 23 bucks, something like that. I can't remember, but you can come out and catch a limit of those if you spend a few hours out here. You really feel like you're getting something there. I'm pretty grateful for that. I'm finding I'm having a lot more hits today when I pull it across the current and kind of sweep it, arc it downstream. It's not how I usually fish these. Usually I do exactly what I do with everything else and cast upstream and bounce it off the bottom. But the water's pushing a little bit hard today, and sometimes when it's like that, they just don't get a good enough look at it. Especially because these spinners, I tend to pull them a little bit quicker so that you can get the blade turning instead of just straight bouncing them off the bottom. And they got that stinger hook, so I don't like to let them hit the bottom too much. So anyway, all that to say, the more effective thing has been to kind of arc them in the current a little bit. Oh, this is a big one here. Oh, look at that. This is a beauty of a fish. I'm fishing on a spinner that has all the hooks broke off of it too. Man, that might be my best one. That might be my best one. It's a brookie too. Oh, that's a beautiful brook trout. Oh my gosh. Yeah, what I was saying there, my treble hook was broken off. It's got a stinger treble hook on, and the treble was broken. And then the single hook on the fly was broken as well, so it only had 2 points on it. I was worried about that breaking off. Well, that was a bit of excitement. And I know I'm probably pushing my luck here. But I think we're going to go back at them one more time, since I'm right here. I still can't believe there was no... So, it's a single hook fly with a little overhead spinner on it, because I'm just fishing with my spin rod. And then it has a little stinger treble hook. And 2 of the prongs on the treble hook were broke off, and the single hook on the fly was broke off, because they're just little lightweight hooks. And I got it hung up earlier and broke one off. I still can't believe I kept him on that little bitty hook. It was bent almost straight when I got it in. But I had just changed too. I had been using a little bit bigger and a little brighter colored spinner, and I just hadn't been having the hits on it. And this was the only one of these that I had left. These little Joe's flies. I really like them for trout. And the water's a little high and a little off color, so I like to have that flash. I thought when I set the hook on him, I thought he might have been a smallmouth, because he just had that weight to him. You're not used to having that with a trout. And I kept trying to kind of bulldog him in a little bit, and I just couldn't pick his head up. Now I know why. That'll go down as my personal best brook trout for sure. No question. I've caught some big ones in some ponds before in the Adirondacks, but boy, he's coming out of the water. I'm gonna lose this fish if I'm not careful. This is another nice one, but not, you know, not a giant, but he's good. It's going to be a brook trout for sure. The rainbows don't jump like that usually. Oh, this is a good fish. No, it's a rainbow. I'm wrong. There's that most recent one there. That was the first one. And there's that brook trout. Beautiful fish. Folks, that is why you always buy a fishing license in the state of Virginia, because your licenses are going not just to stock a few fish. I mean, anybody can come out here. This is in the oh, there's another one. This is in the city of Salem, Virginia. Oh, I lost him. Shoot. This is in the city of Salem, Virginia. I went, when I got out of work, I was on the river in 15 minutes. And that was my 5th fish I just lost in a hour and a half. Alright folks, Greg here with GVS Outdoors again. Thanks for tuning in today. Thanks for watching. A little bit of trout fishing. Hope you enjoyed that. Been doing a bit here recently, but I just threw together the one video because I thought that would be kind of representative of a trout fishing trip here. Maybe we'll get a couple more in. We'll see. Hey, I wanted to close this video out with something. Again, one of the things I always say here is, if you know something about all this stuff, you want to share it with somebody who doesn't, whether it's outdoors hunting and fishing or cooking or whatever. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you some of the things that I do with some of the game that I harvest. So at the end of this video, there's just going to be just a quick, kind of a 1-minute quick tip type thing for smoking trout. Smoked trout is awesome. Most states, most places in the country have somewhere where you can go and catch stock trout, and what you need to do is you need to find one near you, go out and catch some stock trout, and then try this recipe out, because it's well worth doing. You'll see this in there. It's a smoke tube that you can fill full of pellets for a pellet grill. And you light it with a torch, and the nice thing about that is you can put it on any grill you have. If you have a propane grill or a charcoal grill or whatever, you can light that, and it'll be perfect for cold smoking. Or you can add it to your grill if you just want some smoke flavor on a propane grill. It works really well for that, but that's what I use to do the cold smoking, so you'll see that referenced in the video. So stay with us. We're gonna have more of this kind of stuff. I do, all the game that I harvest, I do some cooking with, so we'll probably be putting some more of those kind of videos out. So I hope you enjoy. Again, get out there, try some trout fishing, bring some trout home, and then try this recipe out. You'll be glad you did. Thanks for joining me today. We'll be looking forward to doing a few more videos here coming in the very near future, and just appreciate you tuning in. Thank you. GVS Outdoors. Enjoy.